example, first they put their ihram clothes again. They settle in a place because this place they need it for another 3 days. Mina, they need it on the 10th, the 11th, the 12th, and maybe the 13th. Why they need Mina? Why they need Mina on the 10th, the 11th, the 12th, the 13th?
For the stoning.
Stoning, and what? What else? Come on, brothers, where is your knowledge about Hajj? Sacrifice, yes, where we sacrifice? When you go Hajj, where do you sacrifice? In Mina, yes. And also what you do? Yes, shave. So on the 10th, you do 3 things. What do we do on the 10th? We slaughter, cut the hair, and stone. So the order is stone, cut your hair, or no. Stone, slaughter, cut your hair. This is the order. But the Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he gave us permission that if you mix the order there is, he said, La haraj, no problem. So Mina is very important. So on the 8th, there's no any rituals of Hajj on the 8th. So you don't do anything. If you miss it, your Hajj is batal. Unless the mabit b'Mina. But if you don't stone, then you have to sacrifice. If you don't do the other things, you have to do something. Then on the 9th, what will happen? What will happen on the 9th? Arafah. So when Arafah starts, the day of Arafah starts from what? From what to what? Yeah, it's on the 9th, but starts with timing.
The Maghrib of the 8th.
Maghrib? No, it doesn't start from Maghrib.
After Fajr, when the sun goes up.
There is difference between Fajr and sun goes up. Yeah, from the sunrise, after sunrise. So the day of Arafah starts after sunrise, and it continues. If someone misses the time, it continues until the midnight. But the sunnah is to leave Arafah when? Have you been to Hajj? Some of you have been to Hajj, I think. After sunset, yes. Where we go? Huh? Muzdalifah. So in Arafah we pray Dhuhr and Asr, and in Muzdalifah we pray Maghrib and Isha. It seems that we have to do Hajj again, inshallah, to revise your information. Okay, so this is why the Layal al-Ashr, al-Ayyam al-Ashr of the Hajj, very important. Because in it there is A'mal al-Hajj. So the first 2 actions of al-Hajj, or 3 actions, we can say. So on Yawm al-Tarwiyah, the 8th, one of them. The 9th is Arafah, and the 10th is Yawm al-Eid. So, and these 3 days, you will not find it in any other month. This is one of the unique things about these 10 days. The other thing unique, which I mentioned yesterday, that you will find the 5 pillars, all of them comes in these 10 days. So who can explain to me how the 5 pillars, we can see it in these 10 days? Shahada, Salah, Sawm, Zakah, Hajj. Unless you forget the 5 pillars. How we see the Shahada?
Shahad when they pronounce the kalima.
Yes. So they say La ilaha illallah in Arafat. When they say Labbaik Allahumma Labbaik, Labbaik la sharika laka Labbaik. This is form of the La ilaha illallah, because when you say La sharika laka Labbaik, you are like saying La ilaha illallah. But even Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam encouraged us in Arafah, what we say, أفضل ما قلت أنا والنبيون من قبل لا إله إلا الله. So when you are in Arafah, the best thing to say is La ilaha illallah. طيب صلاة. Does the salah manifest in these days?
25 times.
Yeah, because in all the time you do the salah. Okay. Zakah.
Slaughtering.
Slaughtering. Yeah, it is time of zakah. Because what you do with the meat you are doing?
You give
You
it.
eat all of it? No, you give. So the sunnah is to eat 1/3, to give as gift or present 1/3, and you can give sadaqah 1/3, or you can leave it for yourself 1/3. But the idea is that you slaughter, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَطَعُمْ مِنْهَا الْبَائِسَ الْفَقِيرِ. So give from it those who are poor people. So this is type of the zakah, because you are giving. The zakah itself means giving. You are providing yourself and you are giving. Fasting. How fasting manifests in Hajj in these 10 days?
Those who are not traveling, they are fasting.
And we are fasting because we are sharing them. The people who are not making Hajj, what they do? Fast. So you can fast the 9 days if you like, or you can fast only Yawm Arafah. I encourage everyone to fast all of them. But at least you fast the day of Arafah, and it is Monday, so it is simple. There is no different opinions on that day. And you know that Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam used to fast Monday and Thursday. And who can remind us what's the benefit of fasting the day of Arafah?
It wipes out the sins of the previous year and the following year.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah. You were listening, Ustadh.
No, I wasn't listening.
Alhamdulillah. So the idea is that the Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he said that for Yawm Arafah, he asked Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to grant the people who are fasting the day of Arafah that Allah will forgive them the sins of the past year and the sins of the coming year. And Yawm Ashura, the 10th of Muharram, what will be the benefit? The 10th of Muharram.
We celebrate Eid.
No.
If you fast the 10th of Muharram,
I'm thinking about eating.
if you fast the 10th of Muharram, the same?
You're sinning.
No, the previous 2 years, is it?
The previous year, only the previous year. There's difference because this is the Hajj and that one is Muharram. So even with the months, there is privilege for the Hajj. So this is one of the things that we can do during these days. And obviously the Hajj, the people they are making Hajj. And as you know, there is the sacrifice in these days, which is something that alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, you will find many Muslims, they are doing it. The scholars, when they come to this issue, they are saying it is wajib on the one who can afford it. And only the lord of the family, or the one who is responsible for the family, it is wajib on him. So it's not on you and your wife and your grandfather. No.
Just one question.
Further.
If you're giving an animal and you can give one animal with 7 family members' name in there, do they all have to go through the procedure of not cutting their hair and
Yes.
not
Yes.
so all the members?
Everyone who is sacrificing. Yeah. And sacrificing here means that you are doing it by yourself or giving money for someone to do. So, as Brother Shane asked, that if there is 7 families, they said, okay, every one of us, because you can share a cow or a camel, seven families. So every one of them, now we call him mudahi. He is sacrificing. So when you are like sacrifice, now finished, today finished now, that from Monday, from Sunday to Tuesday, you cannot cut your nails or cut your hair. This is the sunnah of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Now, if you are doing this by yourself, you have to be sure that the sheep that you are sacrificing or the cow fit and it doesn't have any deficiencies. So if the ear is cut, or example, or the horn is broken, or if it is sick, or if they're very thin, no, doesn't. And from the sheep, it must finish six months. So if you are slaughtering a sheep, but even if it is 6 months, it must match the other conditions, that it must be fit, it's not sick, it doesn't have any deficiency in the head or the ears or anything else. And this is, by the way, different from al-hadi. What's al-hadi? If you are doing tamattu', if you are doing hajj, and you are doing tamattu', and tamattu' means that when you arrive Mecca, you making umrah, or you make umrah. Then after that, after you make tawaf, sa'i, cut your hair, then you take off the ihram clothes, and then you wear the normal clothes until the 8th. During the 8th, you put the ihram clothes again. So this is called tamattu'. If you are doing tamattu', this means that you have to slaughter there al-hadi. So you slaughter it, and this must be in Mecca. This is different from al-udhiyah. So this is my advice to if any of your family doing this. Because I notice there is many people mixed up between udhiyah and al-hadi. If you are performing hajj, you must do the hadi there in Mecca if you are doing tamattu'. Now, what we call it qurbani, it's optional now. You can do it there if you like, or you can ask your wife, your father, anyone to do it here or in Pakistan or Bangladesh, even in the country. But there are two separate things. Qurbani is different from al-hadi. What they are doing there in Mecca, this is up to them now because they are doing tamattu'. But qurbani, you can do it here, or as we know, you can give it to any of the people. Now, it is very important also, if you are giving someone the money in your country to do this, to be sure that they bought it, and to let you know when they slaughter. So they can send you, okay, if Eid, for example, Tuesday, then they slaughter at 10 or 11, so talk to them to text you that this has happened, then you can cut your nails and you do your hair. So it is very important to do this, to comply with the Sunnah of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Sorry, one question. I'm from Bangladesh, well my family is from Bangladesh, so when we do the Qurbani, we do it in Bangladesh. So they do it on their day. How is that?
Yes, this means that,
which is next day from ours here. So
I don't know how they will do it this year, because I noticed many, they are saying Eid Tuesday until now.
yeah, I mean like to the time.
Yeah, no, this is what I'm saying. I didn't hear anyone saying now in Bangladesh or Pakistan they will make the Eid on Wednesday. I know the problem. So if they are doing it on Wednesday, this means you cut your hair and these things on Wednesday, not on Tuesday. So you do Salat al-Eid here as normal, but the cutting, you will delay it until you are sure that they slaughter. And it is still permissible, because you can slaughter in the 3 days. Yeah. If you cannot do it in the first day, you can do it in the second day or third day, the slaughter. No. Okay. Now, if you did this through any of these organizations, Muslim Aid or Human Appeal or Interpol or these things, ask them, ask them how you do it. Unless maybe you have to wait until you start cutting the nails if you are not sure. But ask them, what is your procedure? I know about some of them because I've been in touch with them, and they said they buy in advance and they slaughter on the first day of Eid. So this is what they do. What they do, then some of them, what they do after they slaughter it and prepare it, then keep it in big fridges, and then they start delivering it to the people. The delivery doesn't happen in the same day. It happens in the other days, but this doesn't matter. The main thing is the slaughtering. The slaughtering happened on the same day. But it's worth to ask them if you are doing it through one of these organizations. But if you are doing it through a person, it's simple and easy. Say to him or her, please, after you slaughter, just text me, so you are fine, inshallah. And as you know, there is a great reward that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala prepared for those who are doing this, inshallah. So this is Fajr wa layalin ashr. By the way, there are some scholars or some mufassirin, when they came to this ayah, they said layalin ashr means the nights of Ramadan. Because the word, which is layalin. But the most authentic opinion, and this is what Ibn Kathir rahmatullah alayhi preferred or chose, is it's the first 10 days of the Hijjah, and this goes with the hadith of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam.
Sorry, one more question.
Now,
you know, like in a cow, when you sacrifice a cow, you can add name of 7 people. My parents are dead. Am I allowed to add my parents' name on it? Is it okay? Or
friends.
My mom and dad, because they've passed away. So am I allowed to add their name on the sacrifice? Is that okay?
Okay. You can sacrifice on behalf of your parents who passed away, and this will be sadaqah for them.
Yeah.
Because the udhiyah as wajib finished the minute they die.
Yeah.
Remember this. So the udhiyah wajib on the one who can afford it while you are alive. Okay? So after the death, it will not be udhiyah for them. It will be sadaqah. You are making sadaqah on their behalf, and this is recommended to make sadaqah on behalf of your parents as long as you can. So this is something you can do anytime.
So
It will not be udhiyah, but it will be sadaqah that you'd like, instead of asking 2 people or for example 4 people to share you or 6 people to share you, you ask only 3 people to share you, and the other 2 you pay for it as a sadaqah for your parents.
Sorry, just let me understand that one. So when we are gonna, me and my sister, we're gonna sacrifice 1 cow, and we're gonna add 7 names on it. In that 7 name, my mum and dad's name is gonna be on it as well.
Yes.
And obviously my mum and dad's gonna be a sadaqah.
Yes. And for you it will be udhiyah.
For my other 5, it's
Will
gonna
be
be a
okay.
normal thing, but we can still do it on one.
Yes, yes.
Thank you.
Okay, so this is, as I mentioned, that Layal al-Ashr, also some Mufassirin, they said it is the nights of Ramadan. But when we try to understand these Layal al-Ashr with the hadith, we'll go for that. It is the first 10 days of the Hajj. وَالشَّفْعِ وَالْوَتْرِ. Now, Shafa means the even. Al-Watr means the odd. You know, when we pray, the last 3 rak'ahs we pray, what we call them? Witr. Why we call them witr? Because it's odd. So you can pray 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. So all of them. So the witr is the name of the last rak'ah. Remember this. So the witr is the name of the last rak'ah. Shafa The 2 rak'ah, you can call them shafa because it is. Now shafa al-watr, again when the scholars came to shafa al-watr, there's different opinions. Some of them they said shafa because it is 10 days. 10 is shafa, even. Al-watr, arafa, because it is 1 day and it is the 9th. Okay. Another opinion that shafa everything other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Ahad. And the Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, Inna Allah watr wa yuhibbul watr. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is one and He likes the odd. And one of the beautiful meanings of Ahad in Surah Al-Ikhlas, that there is difference between Ahad and Wahid. Ahad and Wahid. If you say Wahid in Arabic, then you say اثنان ثلاثة أربعة خمسة. So like you say in English 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But if you say Ahad, then that's it. There is no thani, no thani. Because Ahad means the one and the only one. So if you'd like to translate قل هو الله أحد, you don't say He is Allah the one. The proper translation is to say He is Allah the one and the only one. This is the meaning of Ahad. Now when you look again at the whole universe, it's built on even or odd?
Odd.
Even.
Odd.
Even.
What do you think?
Odd.
Even.
Even or odd?
Odd.
Even. But the even consists of
Odd.
2 odds. So male and female. The male by himself is odd. The female by herself is. You bring them together, they become. And then we'll start the life. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, سبحان الذي خلق الأزواج كلها مما تنبت الأرض من أنفسهم ومما لا يعلمون. So everything on this earth, it is by itself odd. But to work, to be productive, to continue, needs to be even. If there is no even, no life. So the same, you know this in the animals, in the trees, in the flowers. If the bees and these things, they don't bring these fertilization seeds to the other flowers, nothing will happen. So the whole system works on this. And everything will find odd and even. In the Quran, there is surahs number what? Odd. And surahs number are, come on brothers, even. So surah number 1, odd or even? Odd, what? Surah number 2. So if we count the surahs, starts with what? And ends with what? Even. So start number 1 and ends with what? 114. And the miracle here, brothers, if you add the numbers of ayahs of all the odd surahs and the number of ayahs of all the even surahs, you'll find the same number. Subhanallah. You can do this exercise by yourself. So Surah Al-Fatiha, for example, 7. Surah Al-Baqarah, 286. So this is even, this is one. So put all Surah number 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, this until the end, until 113. Then put 2, 4, 6, 8 until 114. The total number of the ayahs of the odd, exactly the total number of the even. Subhanallah. This is to show you that even in the Quran, the odd and the even done in a perfect way. And the whole universe is working according to this, as I mentioned earlier. This is why all those who are campaigning for gay marriages and the other things, they are taking the whole universe to destruction. Because the whole universe built on this. That there is odd and even. The odd put together brings even. So, but if you'd like just to put the males together and the females together, then there's no children. So, after a while, if this continues, then you'll find this nation disappear, subhanallah al-azim, by their own hands. So they will not be distracted or destroyed by people come and occupy them and kill them. No. They will kill themselves by themselves. And subhanAllah, you'll find the governments promoting this in this country, in France, and, America these days. It is one of the big titles for the news that this gay marriage and they are doing this against the system that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put on this earth. وَالشَّفْعِ وَالْوَتْرِ وَاللَّيْلِ إِذَا يَسْرِ. Now, we said the layalin and the layl. You remember what we said? What's the meaning of layl now? Can you remember the meaning of layl? Huh?
Dark.
Dark. Dark or? Night. Okay. Yasr means depart. And this is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when he spoke about Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam journey to Al-Masjid Al-Aqsa, he said, Subhanalladhi asra. So when you depart before the Fajr, we call this asra. Al-Isra. Yani Al-Isra means when you depart before Fajr. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he is saying here, making the oath by layl idha yasr. So what's the importance of this? When we link it to the first ayah is saying what? Wal Fajr. So Fajr is starting. Layl now, what the layl is doing now? Departing. So when the layl is departing, what will come? Fajr. Subhanallah. So ayah now, number 1 talks about the Fajr. Ayah number 4 talks about what? The preparation for Fajr. And this is why some of the wise people saying that Al-Fajr comes after it is very dark. So take this as a wisdom in your life. If you find the thing is very, very difficult and it is reached the peak, then inshallah the Fajr is coming. This means. And subhanallah, you find this when you look at it in many historian events, you'll find the Fajr came after it was so dark. So this makes the hope all the time is there. Doesn't matter how it is dark, but the Fajr inshallah is coming. The Fajr is coming. Now look at ayah 1 and ayah number 4. وَالْفَجْرِ وَالْعَشْرِ وَالشَّفْعِ وَالْوَتْرِ وَاللَّيْلِ إِذَا يَسْرِ. It covers what? So when you look at Al-Fajr until the end of ayah number 4, it talks about what now? It talks about the 24 hours. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala here in this way, how many oaths he made in this surah? Yalla, look at your Mus'haf, see how many oaths. How many times he said what?
4 times.
4 times. Fajr, والعين عشر, والشفع والوتر, والليل إذا يسر. And look how comprehensive these words. So Fajr, ayah number 1 and ayah number 4 covers the whole time. Yes? You understand this? Right. Layal al-Ashr, it talks about the Hijjah, which is very important. وَالشَّفْعِ وَالْوَتْرِ talks about what now? If we come to the creatures,
The even and all, the balance.
everything. Yeah, everything you'll find Shafa and Watr. So this means in these 4 ayahs, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made oath by the creatures, by the time, by everything. Then he said in ayah number 5, what? What Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in number 5?
هل
في ذلك قسم الذي
Is there not in them sufficient proof for men of understanding? Now remember, brothers, these ayahs revealed where? In Mecca or Medina, you think? In Mecca. And the people at that time, they know Fajr. They know even Layal al-Ashr, the 10 days of the Hajj is very important because the Hajj for them was very important.